Okay, let's talk about something that's probably top of mind for a lot of you: finding great caregivers. It can feel like this endless battle, right? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down the recruiting channels that actually really work. The goal here is to help you build that solid, reliable team you've been looking for.
So let's just get right to it. Finding reliable, high-quality caregivers, it's probably one of your biggest headaches. The real question is, where do the best ones actually come from? Let's dive in and look at the sources that are proven to deliver.
All right, first up, let's talk about a big one, a platform you're probably all familiar with, Indeed. Now, the main reason we start here is its primary strength, which is just pure volume. You can kind of think of it as the biggest net you can possibly cast into the job market.
So Indeed is absolutely your go-to when you need to find people who are actively job hunting right now. I mean, if you've got a spot you need to fill, and fast, the sheer number of applicants you can get here is just unmatched. Here's a little pro tip, though. Using a paid boost, that can be a total game changer, bumping your post right to the top. Just make sure your job description is super specific, with keywords like CNA or live-in care, so you're pulling in the right people from the very beginning. Okay, so moving on to our second channel, let's talk about referrals. This is a big one. If Indeed is all about quantity, this strategy is 100% about quality. It really comes down to leveraging the network you already have. I'm talking about your very best caregivers to help you find that next amazing hire.
The magic of referrals. Really, it just boils down to a simple truth. Good people tend to know other good people. It's that simple. You're not just getting a random name from a pile of resumes. Nope. You're getting a personal recommendation from someone you already know and trust. This, right here, is how you find those really dependable, long-term caregivers. The ones that make a huge difference for your agency's stability and, of course, your client's happiness. All right, for our third channel, we're looking at Facebook. And this one, well, it plays by a completely different set of rules. It's not really a job board in the traditional sense. It's more like a digital town square. And that lets you tap into local communities and connect with a totally different kind of candidate.
So what makes Facebook so powerful? It's the ability to reach what we call passive candidates. So what's a passive candidate? These are those awesome potential hires who aren't necessarily scrolling through job sites, but they'd be open to the right opportunity if it came along. Imagine posting in some local community groups. You can find people who are already known and trusted right in their own neighborhood. They could be a perfect fit, but maybe they just haven't thought about caregiving as a career, at least not yet. Okay, so we've looked at three really different channels, right? We've got the volume player, the quality source, and the community connector. Seeing them all lined up like this, it really helps make it clear where each one should fit into your big picture recruiting strategy.
This chart really lays it all out for you, nice and simple. Need to get people in the door fast? That's Indeed. Want to build that core team of super reliable long-term caregivers? You've got to focus on referrals. And if you're looking to find those hidden gems in your local area, Facebook is the tool for that. It's all about picking the right tool for the right job at the right time for your agency. But here's the thing. While each of these channels is pretty powerful on its own, the agencies that are really crushing it, they don't just pick one and call it a day. They know that relying on just one source is always going to leave you with blind spots. And that brings us to what might be the single most important takeaway here. Having a multi-channel recruiting strategy is not just a nice-to-have. It's pretty much essential. It is what sets the top agencies apart from everyone else. You really need all three working in concert: the volume from Indeed, the top-tier quality from referrals, and that unique community connection from Facebook. When they're all working together, that's how you build a pipeline of talent that's strong and consistent. So as we wrap this up, I want you to just take a second and think about your own process right now. Are you leaning a little too heavily on just one of these sources? Based on everything we've talked about, which new channel could you add to your strategy, maybe even starting this week, to really start diversifying and find that next rockstar caregiver?